The chronological Bible reading for April 16th is Psalms 56, 120, 140, 141, and 142. Where do you go when you've hit rock bottom? When your world is falling apart? When you're running for your life and you're taken captive by your enemies, and your only way out is feigning insanity to the point that you let your own saliva run down your chin onto your chest, and you stare off into the distance, mumbling insane things, and you're so convincing that your enemies actually let you go because they don't want you around. This was the case for David when he wrote Psalm 56. When we're in the midst of a hard time, we don't like it when people speak the truth to us, when people say, oh, God's in control. You just have to pray about it. Or they give us this other trite Christianese advice that we're not asking for. Sometimes we just want people to mourn with us while we're mourning. Doesn't the Bible say to do that? And so before we go off and give people advice, let's try to put ourselves in their shoes. And if we feel compelled to advise them, to give them a spiritual band-aid or perhaps even a life preserver, let's ask for their permission first. It would be great if we, as believers, would be mature enough to respect the wishes of those around us. We want people to love us and treat us the way we want to be treated, but how quickly do we treat them the way they want to be treated, especially when they're in the midst of calamity, when their life doesn't make sense? When God says that they are anointed for positions of power and authority, positions of leadership, to lead the people out of captivity under Saul, who is abusing them. But they're in the gap between what God has said they are being placed on this earth for and walking that out. I wonder if any of David's compatriots were at this time telling him, oh, it's all going to be okay. Or I wonder if any of them had the foresight and the wisdom to say, David, can I pray with you? Would you like me to pray for you later? Would you like a word of encouragement if I feel like God is asking me to share some insight that I have? Would you like to hear stories of when I went through a similar challenge and how that worked out for me? Maybe a snippet from a book I read. Let us be wise Christians who are not rushing to apply a spiritual band-aid or tourniquet when we see our brother struggling. No doubt this is what David needed to go through to prepare him, to make him into the man God wanted him to be. And so in Psalm 56, David is praying while he's being held captive, while he's awaiting for the king of Gath, this Philistine king, to give him a life or death sentence, to set him free, or to punish him severely for having killed Goliath, who was from Gath. Be gracious to me, God, for a man is trampling me. He fights and oppresses me all day long. My adversaries trample me all day, for many arrogantly fight against me. When you are going through the midst of that, when you are being trampled, is your inclination to prayer. Psalm 120, in my distress I called to Yahweh, and he answered me. Yahweh, rescue me from lying lips and a deceitful tongue. These psalms are really prayers and poems to be recited as prayers and songs, requesting that God rescue him. As we've said multiple times before, how can we possibly be content in every circumstance unless we experience every circumstance? Psalm 140, rescue me, Yahweh, from evil men. Keep me safe from violent men. Psalm 141, Yahweh, I call on you. Hurry to help me. Listen to my voice when I call on you. Psalm 142, I cry aloud to Yahweh. I plead aloud to Yahweh for mercy. The fact is, I'm struggling. God, it is hard. I need your help. My enemies seem to be winning right now. God, help me. Yahweh, have mercy on me. Deliver me from those who want to kill me, who want to lie about me. And these are prayers that we can pray for ourselves, but we need to be praying them for our elected leaders as well, especially the righteous ones. God, save our president from these lies that are being spoken about him. Expose the lies of the enemy, Father. There are evil men and women who seek to devour this land, Father. Rescue us from them, I pray. And all of these psalms have the same beginning, but they also have the same ending. God heard my prayer. Father God, thank you for hearing our prayer. We bless your holy name, Yahweh. We bless your name. Mark us for your kingdom. Mark our children for your kingdom. Set us apart and set us free, that we can serve you, that we can advance your kingdom on this earth for your glory. Yeshua. God bless you, my friends. Thank you for being on this journey with me. I especially appreciate those of you tuning in on Rumble. I'm grateful for your support over there. It seems like it's the one place where we're able to post and not be shadow banned. We'll see you tomorrow.